today's theme of chapter 5 actually lies between a little bit from moving away from our sensory pleasures and going into the inner stillness, which you all people seek as peace, which we all say we don't have inner peace, we don't have happiness, we are always stressed, anxious, and depressed. So, what is that inner peace? In the last few verses of chapter 5, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan Krishna is introducing this to us. Okay? He is sharing how you can get out of from these sensory pleasures and then move away into your inner stillness. We spend our whole life chasing feelings, emotions from the outside world. Lots of ups and downs happens to you day and night, and you go through them based on different situations. But Bhagwan Krishna says they never last. These emotions, these feelings that you feel, they don't last. They're not permanent. What is permanent is what he will be explaining today. So he gave Arjun a complete map, and then we are going to cover that today. So on Shlok 22, we are starting. Bhagwan Krishna is saying, pleasures born of the senses contacts our womb of sorrow. They have a beginning and an end. The wise don't get lost in it. Womb or sorrow means this is where the sorrow is created. Anything that is dependent, any of your happiness that is dependent on outer validation, outer things, then you will never be truly happy inside. So sensory pleasures, anything that gives joys on the outside, like touch, sound, feelings, holding someone's hand, someone's patting you, someone's loving you, these things do make difference because you have energy exchanges. But please understand, they are also temporary. Everything is temporary by nature. And when we don't get these things, we become upset. We think someone on the outside will come and complete me. Someone will give me inner happiness. It doesn't work like this. You may in the worst environment, yet you can be happy on the inside. It's a choice. The next shlok Bhagwan Krishna is saying, one who can bear the force of desire and anger before death, that one is a true yogi, a genuinely happy person. Beautiful shlok. One who can bear the force of desire and anger before death. One who can bear is not saying escape. Please understand, this is why I always say there are so many myths in spirituality, so many wrong notions we all have inside of us, taught from very many lineages. Okay? So if you are listening to this Gyan, please first I would request you to sit in Gyan Mudra if you can. Take this, thumb and connect together and put it on your lap. This way, and if you can close your eyes, don't even look at me, just listen to what I'm saying. Listening alone can make a difference. Okay? This way you'll be more focused. More things will go inside. So one who can bear the force of desire and anger before death. Force of desire means there will always be something pulling you outward. Because that is the nature of the body and the mind. It will keep going outward direction. Because it lives in the outward world. This body lives in the outward world. It needs food, rest, relax, comfort. So all of these things are required by this body. So if you think that, oh, I have come to spirituality, now these things will not come to me, that is wrong. Rather, people who sit alone in meditation, they are more haunted by these worldly pleasures than regular human beings. because they are mostly enjoying it already. Okay, so the shlok says, if you can bear the force of desire, if you can see it inside of you and still not get affected, that is what it means. You see that there is desires coming inside of you, there's a lot of things happening inside of you, there's fear, anger, emotions, but you don't get affected because those things come from external environment. Real strength isn't supporting anger or desire, it's the ability to feel the surge and not be swept away from it. The real strength isn't suppressing. That's why I always say to everyone, please don't suppress your emotions. People come to me and say, you teach different kind of spirituality. People say don't get angry. I say if you feel angry, it's okay. Better to shout than to suppress. Better to release it. Because if you suppress it, then you will take it out on who? Tell me. If let's say someone in your family is more powerful, or you're scared of, and they scold you, now you want to scold them back, but you have suppressed it. Lot of insecurity, anger, whatever is there, you suppressed it. Now who will you scold on this? The person you can. Who will you scold? The person you can. Who will be that person? Either your helper, your maid servant, or either your children, or your someone on the road, someone you never met and you will never meet them again. Some or the other whom you are not scared of, whom you have upper hand on, you will scold them. Now what karma you have made is unimaginable, because there you were supposed to be humble, there you were supposed to be a giving person, but what you did, you released someone else's anger on someone else, someone who was devoted at you, someone who trusted you, who loves you. Now what you're doing is, instead of reacting, you have made 10 times more karma, because that person won't say anything to you, that person won't say anything to you, but you are hurting someone who doesn't deserve it. So better to release there than to suppress and release it somewhere else. Firstly, if you're angry at someone, release it, please. This is what I teach. You will save a lot of your karmas. Then learn why you are getting angry, what is upsetting you, how to heal it. Then we heal ourselves. What we do is, we say, oh, I have learned how to control my anger. To this person I'm getting angry because he deserved it. We cheat ourselves. So let's stop cheating ourselves and be more honest. A crooked person, or a person who is made lot of mistakes, can do self-realization far better than someone who thinks he or she is perfect. If you make mistakes, you can learn. But if you think, I'm not making mistakes, I know everything, no one can teach you. You are far gone. Okay? Then eventually something really bad happens in your life, then you fall back on your feet. So why we should wait for that moment, right? The next shlok, Bhagavan Krishna is saying, one whose happiness, delight and light are all within, that yogi, being one with the Brahman, attains liberation in Brahman. Whose happiness, delight and light means who feels complete within himself, who doesn't need someone to sit with him, who doesn't need even, there are two different things here. One is ego masked as spirituality, and one is spirituality. So, ego masked as spirituality means that you would say, "Oh, I don't need anyone." That is ego. Okay? But here, even though no one is with me, I am complete. That is real spirituality. I don't need anyone is ego, because nothing in this world can be done alone. Please understand, if only sun comes up every day and there is no water, there is no air, can you all live on this planet? Can you live without water on this planet? Air, only with sun? Can you? No, you need everything. We all work as a team, as one. So saying I don't need anyone is agyanta, is stupidity, because we work as a team. But saying even if no one is with me, I am still complete, is right spirituality. So when you talk to yourself, this is all how you talk to yourself. Please understand, spirituality is self realization, going inward. How you talk to yourself, once you change that, then you change how you talk to others. What we do is we start copying the outer thing, but inside never changes. We start copying outside, big spiritual people, start wearing clothes like them, start talking like them, start behaving like them materialistically on the outside, and on the inside we are still empty. Inside we are not happy. That is wrong. I can also wear same clothes, long big tika, and this, what difference would it make? It's just body. Anything I do to this body will not change my inner state. My inner state is completely different. And you can never know. No matter what I do on the outside, you will never know how I am on the inside. That is the beauty. So your happiness, delight and light are all within. That yogi is connected to the Brahman, attains liberation. All his source of joys are no longer dependent on outside. If you get good marks in school, you're happy. If you don't get, you're unhappy. If you get a promotion, you're happy. Otherwise, you're not happy. No longer your happiness depends on this. Next shlok, Bhagavan Krishna says, sages whose impurities are burned away, whose inner conflicts have dissolved, who are self-controlled and devoted to the welfare of all beings, they attain liberation. Please understand this very carefully. Who attains liberation? Whose impurities are burned. What is impurities? Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar. Desire, anger, lust, greed, ego, attachment. These things, when you let go from inside, nothing, you have to let go on the outside. When you let go all of these things on the inside, you burn your impurities. Then your inner conflicts are dissolved. How is your inner conflict dissolved? In a situation, you are there, your mind is saying something, but you know what is the right thing to do. Many times people don't know what is the right thing to do. They are very far gone. Very far gone. Yeah? For them, they need to first purify their mind a little bit, so that they can little bit understand what is the right thing to do. But if two minds in your body, one knows the right thing to do and the other is in conflict, wants to do something else, those are the inner conflicts. When the ego gets dissolved, the inner conflict is complete. There's only one voice. the voice of Atma, soul, Brahma. So impurities are burned away, inner conflict is dissolved. Then who is self-controlled? After this, who achieved this state, then who is self-controlled? Devoted to the welfare of all beings, not living selfishly. Please understand. Devoted to welfare of everyone, that person attains liberation, moksha, enlightenment, jagrukta, chetana, many names. Yeah. Liberation isn't an isolated bliss. It is naturally overflowing into care of all living beings. Right now, if you have a family, you care for few people, 1 or 2, 3 people. When you feel the same way you feel about your family to the whole world, that is what your inner state becomes as a liberated person. Because for you, these 2 people are not just your family. Everyone is your family. Brother, sister, everyone is that. Not, now don't think in the brother sister way, okay? But everyone becomes you become one with the universe. So in this shlok, Bhagavan Krishna is saying self-realization and compassion arise together, not separately. Currently what you have is daya. You pity people. When you pity someone, you think you are above them. That's why you pity someone. Then pitying is also an emotion, and anything you release in this world comes back. Please understand. So any emotion, words, actions, thoughts. Emotion, words, action, thoughts. Whatever you release comes back to you. Very simple law. If you talk about someone negative, one day someone will talk negative about you. If you have negative emotions for someone, many people will have negative emotions for you. If you see someone and say some wrong words, it will come back to you. Same is the way actions work. So here, when you say your self-realization and compassion, they come together, not separately. Currently, how we do is, we don't have compassion, we pity people. So pity is like an emotion. So when you pity someone, one day someone will pity you. This is how it will come back. That's it. You are above, someone is less. Compassion means we both are same. Then I feel care for that person. I am neither above nor below. And this state only comes when you become one with everyone. For the disciplined ones, free from anger and desire, whose minds are mastered and who know the self, liberation in Brahman surrounds them on every side. Today we are talking about this state where inner happiness, inner peace, what looks like. It looks like free from desire and anger. How free? It doesn't mean things won't come. Free means it won't affect you. You live in this world, you go out, you want to eat something, desire will come, thought will come, but it won't affect you. You get it or you don't get it, it won't matter. Right now, we are in a state where I want this black dress. I want this Ferrari. I want this so-and-so thing. You are fixated. You want it. If you don't get it, your life is ruined. I want this fixed salary. If I don't have it, everything is wrong. That is driven by desires. That means you are not conscious. Desires are controlling you. You are completely swamped. Ask yourself, so what? Whenever you feel so driven about something, ask yourself, so what? If I don't get it, so what? Will I lose my family? Will I lose my job? Will I lose my house? Will I lose my body? Will I lose my what's the worst thing that's going to happen? Think like that. So what? When you live by so what, you bring yourself back to reality, present moment. When you are driven by passion, desire, overcoming things, more and more you want, then you are going outside. You're losing consciousness, losing presence of mind. And when you bring it back by saying, so what if I don't get it? Then you won't have stress, then you won't have anxiety. In any stressful situation, ask yourself, so what? What's the worst that can happen? Write it down. Don't say it. Don't think it. Write it. When you write it, you know what happens? Moment you write it, you have jumbled thoughts. When you are writing it, it brings clarity. It brings clarity. That's why all, these things for growth and other things, they say write your goals, write what you want to do next. Why do they say that? In your mind, it's still in planning mode. When you write it, it's action mode. So whenever you're stressed, anxious, upset, depressed, write, so what? What's the worst that can happen? Immediately the thought will disappear. That's the thing we have to do, right? We just have to disappear the thought. The thought is what is making you unhappy. Thought disappears and everything else disappears. Immediately you become happy. If today I erase all your memory, all your background, all the baggage you are carrying, so relative, this, that, so much you have carried on your memory, right? Chit, that's your chit, memory storage. So if I remove it, what will happen? You'll feel so relaxed. No mother, no father, no relation, no job, no money, this, that, no system created for you, no society rules, nothing you remember. Suddenly you feel free. Now nothing has changed on the outside. Please remember, outside you may be still married, you may still have kids, you may still have your father, mother, husband, wife, job, everything is still there. Only the memory is erased. And you feel free. Because the burden that you were carrying is gone. Jeete ji ye karna. Living presently, let go of your burden. You are not the doer. We cannot do anything. If I have to save someone, if doctor even have to save someone, no matter how good surgical skills he have, if the person does not have lifeline, he cannot do anything. That's why they say we cannot be 100% sure. We don't know. Okay? We have a lot of young people today. Should start Bhagavad Gita for children. Okay, we'll just cover the last few shlok. So shutting out external senses objects, fixing gaze between the eyebrows, equalizing that in-breath and out-breath moving in the nostrils, the sage with mastered senses, mind and intellect, free of desires, fear, anger and intent on liberation is forever free. Who's forever free? External senses shut out. Shut out means you don't have to close them, but you are not bothered by them. Fixing your gaze here in the middle of the eyebrows, equalizing your breath. This is the meditation practice Bhagwan Krishna is saying. We'll do this tomorrow. I'll share a video of the meditation practice of this on this shlok. So tomorrow we'll do this. Focusing your gaze here, focusing on the breath, and then seeing equal amount of breath on your nostrils, like left and right same. Hmm? After this, free from desires. In this moment, you want nothing. I go to temples, I go to places, and I say, Lord, nothing I want anymore. Just take what is left. Only just take what is left now. That state is what we all have to be. Free from desire, fear, and anger, bringing all your senses, mind, and intellect into one place, which is here. We'll practice this tomorrow, bringing this here, and deep breathing, free from all desires. Living in this state is forever free and called liberation. The peace formula quoted by Bhagwan Krishna is that knowing me as the enjoyer of the sacrifice and austerity, the great Lord of all worlds, the friend of all beings, one attained peace. So Bhagwan Krishna says, real peace isn't a technique, it's a relationship. When you know the divine not as a distant judge, but a true friend inside of you, to every being including you, peace isn't just earned, it's remembered. So all we need to do is remember we are already peaceful. What is disturbing my peace, we just remove it. Okay? Remove it on the inside. Who is disturbing your peace? Thoughts. How to replace those thoughts? When you come to these spiritual gatherings, they change your thoughts, your thinking patterns, your mind start rechanging, conditioning changes. You start thinking in positive direction. That is what brings peace to you. Because constant thinking is stopped. No more you're constantly thinking. The moment you stop thinking, you realize there was nothing to worry about. Imagine, be like for 1 week, say nothing, do nothing, and see what's happening. See this world. Worst to worst things will come, they will pass away. If you do nothing, I'm saying 1 week, experiment like you're dead, like you're not on this planet, then what happens? Do you think if we die today, people will be like nothing can work? Bhagwan Krishna passed away from his body. Everything is working as it is. My dear angels, everybody is living, eating, sleeping, doing their own thing. God has taken the avatar and passed away to the next form. Still we are here, enjoying the same things. Bhagwan Ram has come, Buddha has come, Nanak has come, Jesus has come, Muhammad has come, so many saints have come and gone. The world remains same. Which means me, I am not some great thing altogether. If I have come and I will pass away, things will remain the same. This is what understanding this gives you peace, inner peace, moksha, liberation. What we think is if I am not there, nothing can happen. That is wrong. You just leave for one. If you see a prime minister giving a speech and he has a heart attack, before he falls on the floor, the next one is ready to take his place. Next one is ready. And we think we are the doer. That is what's wrong.